So our asparagus is planted, we've covered them up, and now we need to think about how we're going to care for them during the first several years. What we're interested in doing is having the plants become well established. So we want to make sure we give them plenty of water. Asparagus is going to need about 1 inch of water per week. So if it rains, fine. If it doesn't rain, you need to get out there and irrigate them. We also want to keep all the weeds down. As I said before, asparagus is not a very good competitor of weeds. And so we want to keep this area clean cultivated, at least for the first several years. One of the things we can do to help control weeds and to help retain moisture in the soil is we can use some sort of mulch. We can use straw mulch, we can use sawdust, different things like that. But you want to consider that what you use could impact any of your subsequent weed control strategies. If you are going to mulch with an organic mulch, straw mulch would be the preferred thing to use to keep the weeds down. Typically, we're going to wait to mulch until the spears start to emerge, especially in a newly planted asparagus. But if you put your mulch layer down thinly, we can go ahead and mulch at the beginning of the year right after planting and just continue to add some more straw as we get more and more spears to emerge. So we're going to place the straw fairly loosely and not very deep right over the bed. And this will serve as an effective weed barrier and help hold moisture in around those crowns. With asparagus, we're interested in expanding the size of that crown. So we're not going to harvest in the first year that we plant the crowns. The second year, we're not going to harvest any spears at all because we want the energy, the photosynthase from those ferns going back in to produce a larger crown. In the third year after planting is when we can begin to harvest. And in that year, we can harvest for 7 to 10 days. And what you want to do is cut every spear that's coming up during that 7 to 10 day period. In the second year, harvest year, we can harvest for 2 weeks. In the third harvest year, we can harvest for 3 weeks until we get up to about 4 to 5 weeks of harvest. Growing asparagus in Maine is becoming more and more popular. Asparagus is one of the earliest vegetables we have to harvest out of our garden. Typically, harvest of asparagus is going to begin in the early part of May. If you're in the southern part of the state or a warmer location, it might even start, you might even be able to begin harvesting asparagus towards the end of April.